So this is the remote shutter for my Nikon D70. Quite simple. It has the one button that you press and the remote shutter goes off. I've modified it by tearing the front cover off. It's a pretty simple mechanism where you've got a connector here and a connector here. You push the button down, it connects the two and releases the shutter. So just gotta solder something here and here, and that should be all I have to do to this actual unit. Now this isn't the name brand unit. Rather than spending $40 for the name brand Nikon one, I spent $4.99 for this one. So use cheap stuff when you're experimenting. That way when it goes wrong you can be slightly less pissed. I wrote all this lovely source code. I've got my microprocessor ready to go. Unfortunately, I have lost the special attachment I made that allows me to program my microprocessor. So I've got no way to put that code onto this chip. But don't worry, all is not lost. This is a voltage-controlled oscillator I built a few years ago. Or actually, Brad might have built this one. I think mine kept exploding. This guy sends the signal on and off far too quickly. With the microcontroller, I can easily just reprogram it to use a different time. But this is all analog and hard and stuff, so I'm going to have to go in and maybe switch this resistor or, solder in a new pot or something. Because when I plug this in, you'll be able to hear right away that it's vibrating much too quickly. I'm going to want it to be like one pulse every 2 minutes, not 40 pulses every second. I'm going to have to go learn math so I can sort this crap out. This is not going to be fun. And let's try 1,000,000. That's a good number. The 100K gives me a click every second or so. Can you hear it? And the 1,000,000 gives me a click every 10 seconds. So the range between 1,000,000 and 100,000 is absolutely perfect. It's a 100K pot. Have to find a 1,000,000 pot. This used to be a nice analog synthesizer. Now it's a timer that lets me pick any time in between 2 and 20 seconds. I originally didn't want to ruin this circuit, so I built my own voltage-controlled oscillator. You can see, I think Brad's does look slightly nicer than mine, and his works. Mine just makes 555 chips kind of explode. This guy didn't work, so I had to go to Brad's. I can turn this knob to change the time, and I could put this knob in to make it look twice as complicated, even though this doesn't do anything anymore. It's just acting as a resistor. Here's the remote sensor that I modified, and after quite a while of work, I actually got this thing to work perfectly for about 5 seconds. Then I burned it out, and now it doesn't work at all even when I put it back together the way it originally was. So I've permanently wrecked this remote, and I don't have a synthesizer anymore, and my own circuit didn't work, so now I'm very demoralized. This is a 1,000,000 pot. If I put a 1,000 pot in, I'll actually have a better synthesizer than I did to start. It's not a total loss. At least one of my projects will be better off after than it was before. I still don't have my time-lapse photography thingy. So I bought this crappy MP3 player a while ago. If I replace the headphones with an infrared LED, I can make a new remote shutter. I just have to get the proper sequence of pulses, which I found on the internet. I just have to make a wave file that pulses with these frequencies. I should be able to make a new remote shutter. I can just create a wave file that has it looped. So due to a lack of op amps, my idea failed miserably yet again. Alright, so now I'm cheating, I've got my camera plugged in via USB into the Lapse. Go very slow. And that was the wrong one. Why is it that the program called Capture is the one that does the post-production? Alright, so this is the Nikon Camera Control Pro software. Here it is, time-lapse photography.